Hey everyone, Benz95 here, and I'm back with a new video. And in this one I'm going to be showing you my CD collection. So as you can see, this is the first pile of CDs that are part of my collection. And basically it's listed in alphabetical order, and this pile basically consists of CDs that run through the letters A through the beginning of P. And then what I'm going to do for the second part is show you everything I have from the letter P, basically the end of the letter P, all the way to the letter W. And then the third video is going to be basically just the rest of my CD collection that doesn't fit into my CD shelf. So I'm going to try to make this under 15 minutes long. I'm not going to ramble on too much as I usually like to do. Just try to keep this as quick as possible, and yeah, just run through all these, and yeah. So without further ado, let's begin the video. So the first CD I have here is 5440 Essentials. High Voltage by AC/DC. Let There Be Rock. Highway to Hell, which is one of my favorite albums. Back in Black. Black Ice. It's a decent album. Aerosmith's first album. And like I've said before, it's a very underrated album. Greatest Hits. Gems. Alice in Chains' Facelift. Dirt. Jar of Flies. It's a compilation of B-sides and other songs. MTV Unplugged 1996. Features a great version of No Excuses, which was one of the first songs I ever heard by them, and it was that version alone that really got me into Alice in Chains. The best of the beat, Beat This. And this is the album that features this is the band that's known for the song Mirror in the Bathroom. Great ska new wave. With the Beatles, 2009 remaster. Rubber Soul. Definitely a great album, you know. I really like this album a lot. And the White Album. I do have Sgt. Pepper, but and I also have Beatles 1, but they're basically just stashed away, and they're missing both cases, and just one of them is missing a booklet, but yeah. Beck Odelay. Big Star #1 record, Radio City. The 2 complete albums on 1 CD. Best of Blur. Best of Bowie. And this album's featuring, this album features quite a few songs that I wish were on here. Or sorry, this album, I wish there was a lot of songs that were on here. You know, or there's a lot of songs that are missing from this, like you know, songs like Moon Age Daydream, you know, Queen Bitch, and you know, TVC 15, and you know, a bunch of other songs. But still, it's a good album. Still a good compilation. Essential Birds. Creedence Clearwater Revival, Chronicle 1. And Chronicle 2. Coldplay Parachutes. Of course, this features, you know, the songs Yellow, Shiver, and my favorite song on here is High Speed. A Rush of Blood to the Head. And I'm not a huge Coldplay fan, so, you know, those are the only two albums I really like by them, and that's it. Deep Purple Machine Head. Classic. Def Leppard High and Dry. And just like the copy I have on vinyl, it features can't really see it that properly because it's out of focus, but it features the remixes of Bring On the Heartbreak and Me and My Wine. And Pyromania. And like I said in a previous video, I'm not a huge Def Leppard fan. I only like their first 4 albums. And that's pretty much all I can bear. The Very Best of the Doors. Jason Faulkner presents Author Unknown. Jason Faulkner, for those who don't know who he is, he's a power pop musician. And he was in a power pop band from the 90s called Jellyfish. This is a really good album too. Really good stuff. Foo Fighters' first album. Basically all Dave Grohl on here. You know, guitar, bass, drums, and vocals. With the addition of guest musician Greg Dooley on Ecstatic. Of course, for those who don't know who Greg Dooley is, he was from the group, the 90s alternative rock band Afghan Wigs. Foo Fighters' Wasting Light, another great album. Foxtrot by Genesis. Selling England by the Pound by Genesis. One of my favorite albums. And one of the best albums, one of the finest progressive rock albums ever made. And finally, in that pile, Turn It On Again, The Hits. It's a decent compilation, you know, but still listenable. And then the next pile I have INXS, first album. Underneath the Colors. It's got some really good songs on here. Like, for example, Big Go-Go. And as well as my favorite song on here is Follow. And the highlight of this album is Stay Young. They hadn't quite matured as a band at this point, so they were still trying to find their sound. And then we got Shabu Shuba, or Shabu Shuba, however you want to pronounce it. Every album they were starting to, you know, begin to mature, you know, and their sound started to sound much better. And we got The Swing. Listen Like Thieves, which is really the album that kind of broke the ice for them commercially, with the help of What You Need. So it's a really good album. And Kick, which features all the hits: Need You Tonight, Devil Inside, New Sensation, and as well as the song Never Tear Us Apart. My favorite song on here is Wildlife. Also, X. I do have the booklet still, but the booklet can't fit in this case because it's quite thin, and it's a very thick booklet. And finally, by INXS, we have Switch, which is a decent album. This was the only album that featured lead singer J.D. Fortune, who replaced Michael Hutchence in 2005 through the reality television program Rockstar INXS. And he was only in the band for a very short period of time, and then he was ousted later on, just a few years later. And then shortly after that, they were pretty much done as a band. They called it quits for good. And then next we have Led Zeppelin Mothership. And this album features lots of great tracks on here, for a double album. A couple of songs I wish were actually on here were Bell of Evermore. That's of course not present on here, which is a disappointment. That's a really good song. And as well as Living Loving Made She's Just a Woman, because Heartbreaker's on here. You can't really see it, but because it's out of focus. But yeah, it's not on here, but it should be on here because those two songs go together like peanut butter and jelly. So, and then next we have Oasis, Stop the Clocks. Pearl Jam 10. Love Pearl Jam. Such a great band. Such a classic 90s alternative album. Then we got Vitalogy Deluxe Edition with this really nice textured cover. And then we have Backspacer. It's nice artwork. And finally, Lightning Bolt. So that's pretty much part one of my CD collection. And yeah, so leave a like, comment, subscribe, let me know what you think, and I will be back with a new video showing you the next set of CDs in my collection. And yeah, so thanks for watching, everybody, and I will see you later.